Arena. Now this first match is an all-England affair in the mixed doubles. Chris and Gabby Adcock taking on Chris Langridge and Heather Olver. This event has been dominated by the home nations because Scotland last night in the bronze medal playoffs claimed the bronze medal through Robert Blair and Imogen Bankier. I'm David Mercer. Later on you're going to be hearing from the former world number one Morton Frost, but Jill Clark, 6 times a Commonwealth gold medalist, is alongside me as we await the players.
Chris Adcock and Gabby Adcock.
The husband and wife team, the number 1 seeds.
Please welcome the number 4 seeds representing England, Chris Langridge and Heather Olver.
Chris beating Chris Adcock in the men's doubles bronze medal match last night. Can he do the double? They're the surprise package of the tournament, beating the much fancied Malaysians in the semi-final yesterday morning. Confirmation of the lineup, and Jill, as I was saying, Chris Langridge already one up, as it were, on Chris Adcock. Can he do the double?
Well, the way he's been playing, he's been absolutely superb. I think what's important for Mr. and Mrs. Adcock is the fact that Gabby won her women's doubles bronze medal match, because the disappointment for Chris after that men's doubles, and therefore her elation after the women's doubles will help in today's match in lifting her husband, getting him back in the right frame of mind. Yeah, I think this is wide open.
Which side you want?
Langridge and Olver won the spin of the coin and chose to serve. Let's introduce you to the athletes. Chris Adcock, 25 years of age, born in Leicester. Of course, a World Championship silver medalist in 2011 with Imogen Bankier in the mixed doubles in London. But linked up with his off-court partner on the court last year, as well as getting married last year. Gabby, who is 23 years of age, born in Leeds, and as Jill mentioned, won the bronze medal playoff in the ladies doubles late last night against a Malaysian pairing. Now, they've been very impressive. They beat Tony Murphy and Alana Stevenson of Northern Ireland straight games, the Malaysians Tan and Hu straight games, the Singaporeans Triachart and Yao straight games, and then the Scots Blair and Bankier 21-14, 21-14, which was a lot easier than most people were predicting. 29-year-old Chris Langridge hails from Epsom in Surrey. It's his first Commonwealth Games. His partner hails from Eastbourne on the south coast of England, where they had that horrible fire on their pier just a couple of days ago. She's 28 years of age and was a quarter-finalist in the mixed doubles in Delhi 4 years ago. Uday Sana from India is the umpire, and his service judge is Joseph Clark from Jamaica. There he is. Let's look at the route through of Langridge and Olver. You can see they had straight games wins against the Kenyans, the Australians and the Canadians.
Players
and then
ready
the
to play.
big win against the much fancied Chan and Lai in the semi-finals, 21-13 in the final game after they'd led by a game in 18-4. That was a terrific effort to regroup, Jill, after the disappointment of losing a second game they should have won.
Yes, absolutely, and that's really shown their fighting spirit throughout this competition. Confirmation of Uday Sane in charge of this first final.
Best of 3 games, first to 21, provided you're 2 points clear. Every rally scores a point. Those last-minute anxious moments before a gold medal match. Chris Adcock searching for something in his bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chris Langridge and Heather Oliver, England. And on my left, Chris Adcock and Gabrielle Adcock, England. Chris Langridge to serve, Chris Adcock. Love all, play. So, 1 love.
It's funny, in the men's doubles, he's really been struggling, Chris Adcock, with his net play. In the mixed doubles, he's played a lot better, certainly in the last couple of matches.
What a good angle on the smash from Langridge.
1-all.
Yeah, that's perfect. Put a bit of slice on that. Adds to the disguise.
2-1.
Overdone it. And that's the sort of shot that Chris Adcock has been struggling with throughout the Commonwealth Games, and it's normally one of his very best shots within his game. I think his touch play and his awareness of just finding the gaps, usually excellent, but he has struggled here in Glasgow. Well, it was the little hold and flick over the head which did the damage. That one there. You see Gabby Adcock way off balance as she played that. And that meant there was a big, big gap in the forehand side there of Gabby Adcock. Calmly played by Langridge.
So, 3-all.
Oh, what a perfect flick serve.
4-3.
Pushed it long. Well, I think the serve, return and third shot, well, it's important in every doubles match, isn't it, David? But I think even more so today, because I think that both the women on court have actually been struggling a little bit to find the range of their low serves, and if their opponents start pouncing on it, perhaps they'll lose more confidence. So it's very important in the early stages they get the rhythm on that low serve. Oh, clash of rackets.
And it's just gone wide.
6-3.
So Steve Redgrave, one of Great Britain's greatest ever Olympians, of course, gold medals in rowing in 5 successive Olympics. And that from a man who suffers from diabetes. Extraordinary story. He had more Olympic medals than any other Briton until Sir Chris Hoy came along and overtook him in London 2012 in the velodrome. Well, the Adcocks beginning to impose their authority here.
That's a very, very well-worked rally. And it's quite obvious that Gabby Adcock has found the rhythm on her low serve, and it set the whole tone of the rally. I think the big difference between these two pairs at the moment, David, is the fact that Gabby is standing her ground at the net, and Heather Olver is being pushed back into court into a defensive position. And as far as Olver and Langridge is concerned, they've got to change that. They've got to get Heather Olver further forward. Well, having said Gabby's serving well, that one was a shocker.
Curse of the commentator works every time, Jill, you know that.
But look how it set the tone of the rally. Immediately, the number 4 seeds, Langridge and Olver, able to get on the attack.
Chris Langridge saying that you can't wait that long. Little bit of aggro creeping in. They may be teammates, but all's fair in love and war, as they say.
No. It was a nice idea to play a little push to get herself forward to the net. This one here, but pity for her, she made the error. That drifts long, well long, and it's a very convincing start by the number 1 seeds as we reach the 92nd mid-game interval. Now, of course, the coaches would normally come on at this stage, but not in this match, because you would find this between any 2 nations, or when 2 teams from the same nation are contesting a match, the coaches will stay in the stands and let the players get on with it, because obviously they can't be seen to be favouring one pair over the other.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Played so well yesterday against the Malaysians, but haven't been able to recapture that form as yet, Langridge and Olver.
No, and when you consider that the number
11,
one seeds, the married
4,
couple, were 2-3 down, they've just won 9 of the last 10 points.
Whoever wins this match will be England's top performing athlete of the badminton competition, either Gabby Adcock or Chris Langridge. They both won a bronze in the level doubles, men's doubles and women's doubles. They both won a silver in the team competition. One's going to get the gold and one the silver here. Great defence and then moving forward. And that's what I've got used to over the years,
13,
Jill,
4.
seeing Gabby Adcock around the net and poaching and intercepting and making some telling interventions. But what's really impressed me throughout the tournament is her defence seems to have improved immensely.
Yes, I know that they've been working on that area of her game, and it's paid dividends. And service fault called, struck above the waist.
5, 13.
Joseph Clark, the service judge.
Unusual to be called on a flat serve, quite often on a flick serve, the high one.
Service 14, 5.
Yeah, that's just wonderful. She's a very busy player at the net, isn't she? She's always hunting that shuttle, readjusting her positioning. Look at her movement there. And you compare that to Heather Olver. And, yeah, I suppose busy is the only way I can use to describe it. It's very, very good.
Service over. 6, 15.
I think she threw in the flick rather than it being a tactical thing. I think she was very, very nervous on that. And it's obviously easier to flick than to play the low serve. Heather Olver has to have the courage to go low, to serve low.
Reserve 7, 16.
Of course, these pairs would play so many practice games against each other at Milton Keynes, where English Badminton has its training base, the National Badminton Centre.
Play.
Lovely return.
17.
But that's the
7.
sort of return that Heather Olver really needs to be looking for on the third shot. And I know it was good, but she's got to have that racket up ready, stepping forward. You see, she crouches down low, comes from underneath the shuttle. You've really got to be looking to come from above the shuttle.
Service over.
Flick serve
8,
Just a little long this time from Gabby Adcock. Remember, it's the front of those back lines that counts in serving in doubles. A shortened service box in the doubles game compared with singles.
The Adcocks, everything I feel so far is stepping forward. Their movement, everything is looking to keep the shuttle going down, whereas with Langridge and Olver, I feel they're backing off the whole time.
Third, 9-18. Service over, 19-9.
Oh, what a fabulous rally. By far the best of the match. But it goes the same way as most of them. And it's 11 game points to the Adcocks.
20 game point 9.
An overwhelming performance in that game by Chris and Gabby Adcock.
Chris Adcock and Gabriel Adcock, 21-9.
It takes them just 15 minutes to win the opening game.
Yes, total dominance really in that opening game by Chris and Gabby Adcock. Very positive. And after the obvious disappointment for Chris yesterday with his men's doubles bronze medal playoff match, he has regrouped well. Everything looking to attack every single rally.
Now, yesterday in both mixed and men's doubles, where Chris Langridge claimed the bronze medal, he was really ebullient. He was expressive, he was very motivated, very fired up. Seems a little flatter today.
Yes, I've noticed that too. And it has occurred to me that their tremendous semi-final victory yesterday in the mixed doubles against Chan Peng Soon and Lai Pei Jing of Malaysia, as you say, an hour and 16 minutes, that semi-final, 3 games, and the delight to know they were guaranteed a medal. I'm not saying that they're content with a medal. Of course they want to win.
20 seconds.
But, you know, they're not showing the same sparkle as they had yesterday.
Time for them to capture that sparkle. They have to, otherwise the Adcocks are going to claim this match as easily as they've claimed all their matches so far.
Play. Service over. 1-love.
Yeah, I know it's only 1 point, but Look at the difference in that rally with Heather Olver at the net, and what have they done as a result? They've pushed the Adcocks back in court into the defensive stance.
Brilliant. And the fact that there was constant verbal communication between Langridge and Olver in that rally.
2-love.
Maybe they're just not early morning people. I know a few who fall into that category.
Play.
David, you were
2.
mentioning during the opening game about the fact that these two pairs train against each other on a regular basis daily at the National Training Centre in Milton Keynes. You know, and I think there's a real importance of the psychological effect if you train against each other and you keep beating a player or pair in training. It does actually give you confidence when you come into the match situation. And I know that sometimes in practice and training sessions you maybe try something out in a sparring game, but I can remember our colleague Morton Frost. I remember him at training and practice sessions, and he always had a real intensity. If he was playing a practice game and it was against top English players, Stephen Badley or Nick Yates, Darren Hall, the players of that era, he would take them on one after another and play to win. And that psychological effect, whenever they met in a tournament, was huge. And I'm just watching this now, and I'm sort of feeling, you know, I'm almost getting the idea that Langridge and Olver, because they've lost to them, not only in national championships, but maybe in training on a daily basis, I'm not sure that they necessarily have that inner belief. Of course they'll say to themselves, this is a Commonwealth Games final, we can win. Our opponents might get nervous, as indeed Chris Adcock and Andy Ellis did in the men's doubles yesterday. But I'm just not seeing the overt belief at the moment.
Terrific smash.
So we saw it. 5-3. Play.
Hey. Yes.
So we saw it. 4-5.
Good power from Adcock this time.
6-4.
Yeah, that's nicely played from Heather Olver. That's what she's got to do more of. Stand her ground at the net. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, that's good play.
Good catch by the service judge too. Well, he's Jamaican. I'm sure he's got some cricketing skills.
Oh, she's frustrated she missed it, but I think she's got to stay at that net position.
Hey, come on, come on! Time!
9-5.
Not the interval, of course, just the mopper is out there, as you can see, clearing up some perspiration that's got on the court, and I can tell you that the court gets very, very slippery if any moisture on it, and Chris Langridge is pointing out one or two more spots.
Yes, it'll be where the players stand to either serve or receive. Perspiration drops down, especially off the face and onto the court surface.
It does get very hot under the television lights.
Play.
And 6,000 people in the arena contributing quite a lot of heat themselves.
Heather Olver struggling on the defensive play. Not ideal, lifting cross court to then invite the smash down onto his partner. Yeah, Cox absolutely pressurising the Heather Olver defence. All of those shots, attacking shots aimed at her.
Well, the rallies are getting longer and more competitive, but the outcome is normally another point to the Adcocks. They led 11-4 at the interval in the first game. They did 11-5 in the second. Of course, they're currently ranked number 5 in the world, the Adcocks. Their opponents 20th in the world rankings in mixed doubles.
Yes, the public address saying get behind the players. It is a little flat at the moment, isn't it, David? But I don't think the fans know which of the two pairs to support.
It's always the way, isn't it, when players from the same nation contest a match. You don't get that same atmosphere as we will have later on. It's the only final that is between athletes from the same nation.
Did you see the body language there of Langridge and Olver as they watch the shuttle go out? Yeah, and again, look at Chris Langridge. It's almost as if there's an inevitability about this. Yeah, sort of slumped over, no sort of sparkle that we saw yesterday with him racing to pick up the shuttle and get on with the match.
Sorry, 6-13.
What a return of the flick serve. Got back so quickly, Chris Adcock, and perfect placement. Heather Olver very much committed to the forehand defence. Yeah, this is really one-way traffic. Yeah, that's a wonderful shot played into the open space.
16-6.
Once again, called for hitting the shuttle above the waist.
Or above the lower rib, isn't it, is the definition of... lowest rib, the definition of waist in badminton. Not quite sure how you see it through a shirt.
8-16.
Again, the flick serve, and he's just waiting for it.
Yeah, this time from
17,
Heather Olver.
8.
Yeah. Well, trying to do the right thing, but just not taking the shuttle early enough and therefore hitting it flat. 3 points away from a gold medal. Oh, it's called out.
9-18.
Good call.
Come on.
Well, at least they've reached double figures in this game. Scant consolation, though.
That's a lovely drop shot from Chris Langridge.
First time in the match that Langridge and Oliver have won 3 points. Chris Langridge just showing the shuttle to our umpire,
18.
saying he didn't want to change it. The Adcocks wanted to because they've lost 3 points. And the umpire says, no, no need to change that one, that's fine.
Yes, yes!
Service 19-11.
Oh, my word. Chris approves of that one. What a wonderful shot from Heather Olver. But one suspects it's too little, too late. So we did see Kirsty Gilmore coming back from 11-19 down yesterday in her semi-final.
To win the straight point, 10 straight points and the match, but that serve goes wide, and it is 8 gold medal points to the Adcocks. History is made at the Commonwealth Games because for the first time ever, a husband and wife have won the gold medal in the mixed doubles. And they have performed brilliantly throughout the tournament. They haven't dropped a single game, and they face some tough opponents, Malaysians, Singaporeans, Scottish, and now their fellow countrymen. And it is Gabby Adcock who will be England's most successful competitor of the badminton tournament. She has a clean sweep, gold in the mixed, silver in the team, and bronze in the women's doubles.
Yeah, they were absolutely superb today, were Chris and Gabby Adcock, and it's funny, isn't it? 2 married couples in 2 days winning gold medals in mixed doubles in 2 different sports. Of course, Paul and Joanna Drinkle in the table tennis yesterday, and now Chris and Gabby Adcock in the badminton.
Jill actually won the gold medal in this event in 1994 in Victoria, British Columbia, with Chris Hunt. You were never tempted to marry him, though.
Well, that's a little personal, isn't it?
Great moment for the families as well. We tend to forget the sacrifices that parents make. All those hours of driving the kids to all the tournaments, all the practice sessions. Rewarded at moments like these.
Well, mixed doubles really is a discipline where England have excelled and dominated in the Commonwealth Games. This is England's 10th gold medal in 13 Commonwealth Games.
Crowds have been quite exceptional throughout this tournament. They've enjoyed it. They've been packed audiences even first thing in the morning. Confirmation then that Chris and Gabby Adcock win the gold medal, beating Chris Langridge and Heather Olver 21-9 and 21-12. And the medal ceremony will come up quite shortly as Sir Steve Redgrave catching up on the news on his smartphone, no doubt, finding out what's happening around the games on this final day. Let's look back on that final in the company of Jill.
Well, as the players came on to court, of course, the number 1 seeds, Chris and Gabby Adcock, were overwhelming favourites against the number 4 seeds, Langridge and Olver. And really, the Adcocks dominated from the start. They are a world-class pair, having won a Super Series tournament, but look at the way they were always moving forward. Yeah, again, another perfect example. Well, the opening game 21-9, and here in the second game they continued their disciplined attacking play. There were occasions when Heather Olver managed to take them on at the front of the court, but she wasn't able to do it often enough. And the moment of victory for Chris and Gabby Adcock.
So England's haul from the It's time for the victory ceremony. And here comes the lone piper, Lance Corporal Stevie Bennett of the 1st Battalion Scots Guards. Clean sweep for the home nations. Gold and silver for England, bronze for Scotland. Only the 8th badminton medal Scotland have ever won in Commonwealth Games competition. The medals will be presented by Fiona McEwen, Vice President, Commonwealth Games Scotland, and the gifts of the
medals
Quakes
will be presented by Vice President of Commonwealth Games Scotland, Fiona McEwen.
The Quakes by Torstenberg, Technical Delegate of the Badminton International Federation.
Accompanied by technical delegate of the International Federation for Badminton, Torsten Berg. The winners of the bronze medal, Scotland.
Through Robert Blair and Imogen Bankier. Imogen, of course, a World Championship silver medalist with Chris Adcock in 2011. Played in the Olympics together, they underperformed. She went back to Scotland and found a new partner. Robert Blair, formerly a medalist in Commonwealth Games, playing for England, but born in Edinburgh. He's come home too.
The winners of the silver medal, England.
Represented by Chris Langridge and Heather Olver. A brilliant win over the Malaysians in the semi-finals, but to be honest, outclassed in the final.
Represented by Heather Olver. And Chris Langridge.
Quakes made from Glasgow elm. Beautiful they look.
Gold medalists and Commonwealth champions, England.
Chris and Gabby Adcock didn't lose a game throughout the tournament. The outstanding mixed doubles pair of the competition.
Gabrielle Adcock. Chris Adcock. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of England.
The strains of Jerusalem.
Glasgow, let's celebrate our Commonwealth Games medalists.
Proud moments indeed. Moments that will live in the memory. So as the athletes take their leave of us, we'll just take a short breather. And the big question now is, can Scotland, through Kirsty Gilmore, claim a gold medal in Commonwealth Badminton for only the second time? Your commentators for that one will be Jill Clark alongside Morton Frost.